no Star Wars news this week. So what in the world are we going to talk about? Well, you, our listeners, decided what we are talking about on this week's episode of Mando Talk. On Facebook and Twitter, we sent out a challenge to our listeners to vote on a poll for what topic you wanted us to discuss. Those two topics were, which reported characters do we not want or need to be in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, or which characters or topic should get a Disney Plus show. Well, we have combined both polls on both social medias to calculate the winner, so you need to stay tuned to find out who won the poll, and we're going to have a bunch of fun talking about it, so let's get to it. Welcome back, Ugnaughts and Jawas. This is Mando Talk. We got a full panel.
Full panel.
We got Nolan Ferris back. It's been a while.
It's good to be back.
How many weeks has it been, Nolan? 2 or 3?
Yeah, 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Because I know
2 weeks ago, it was just me and BA.
So
Right.
it's been
3
3 weeks
weeks
since I've been on the show.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
It's good to be back, though.
Yeah.
It
We
is.
also have BA.
Yeah. 1 week hiatus, but I'm back.
What's up, man?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
It's just
I
been
mean, I didn't
crazy.
ask how you were doing, but
Well, I mean,
just
I
kidding.
figured that's where you
I'm
were
just
going.
kidding.
That seems to be where you always go. So
It's just been
jumping the
crazy.
gun.
Like, scheduling's been crazy with everything going on. So
yeah.
I'm glad to be back to a somewhat of a normalcy.
Yeah, and we also have a new guest.
New guest.
That's right.
Thaddeus Reyes is in the building. What is up?
Just living the life, man. you know.
Hey, that's right.
You know.
Okay. New guest. You
New
get 2
guest.
questions.
Okay.
Number 1. Do we ask, is it movie first or character first?
You can just say,
What is
We
your
can go movie.
favorite Star Wars movie for our new guest, Thaddeus Reyes?
It would definitely be Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you share that with Jacob, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, why?
Yeah. Because it all comes to, I wouldn't say conclusion, but, things are finally.
we win.
Hold
The
up.
Well-
rebellion wins, yeah.
BA's got something to say about
we
that.
could cut episode 6, 7, and or
7.
7, 8, and 9. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could cut them off, and the story would be fun. So I feel you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
The true story ends there.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
rebellion
yeah. I
wins.
mean-
Everything's peaceful in the galaxy again.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
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 That's how I feel. Yeah.
That's pretty
All right.
neat.
No, I get that for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
The second question then.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite Star Wars
Oh, yeah,
character?
definitely. Darth Maul all day.
All
Yeah.
right. Show that thing to the
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera over
Right
there.
here.
It's a vintage action figure.
$12.99 at Target.
Still, in,
I don't
$5.99
think you
Amazon.
can buy those anymore.
Yep.
I thought there was a price tag on the back. I didn't see. I was like, "Where are you looking
yeah.
at?"
Gosh, that's incredible.
Okay. So why's Darth Maul your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, for me, I'm a Raiders fan. You know that.
Okay.
Diehard Raiders fan.
Las Vegas
and to
Raiders.
me, he's like that character for me in
Okay.
Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, he
I
gets the
feel you.
bad rep, but then he looks awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's legit.
So,
that's a pretty good. That's pretty
So
good.
you would say the Raiders look awesome?
okay.
They might
we
look
have like
awesome.
a bad
He's
rep.
a Raiders
you
fan.
know,
They
but
might-
uniform-wise, definitely have the best uniforms.
Yeah.
They
All
might
right.
look awesome, but they don't. They don't really play awesome. But we'll move
And
on
kind of
from
like
that.
our season, it's over quick. He was only in one movie, so, that's
Well, he's
my
came
guy.
back around now. He's
Yeah,
in-
he was actually in Solo at
Yes.
the very, very end. So he does make appearance in 2 movies.
I have not
But
seen that one. So
That's just, I mean,
Me either.
good
it
to
took,
know.
dude. I just watched it like what?
3, 4,
4 or 5
no,
episodes
It was
ago.
a while ago.
It was probably 4 or 5 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Just watched it. But yeah, that's his second movie appearance.
Yeah. So let me use that as a plug. Me and Jacob last week talked about Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the 2-year anniversary of that film coming out, so we kind of like recapped like the cool things to take away from it, and we also talked about what we would like to see in Solo 2. So if you haven't listened to that episode, go back, check that out. Me and Jacob crush that week's episode. So this week, though, you heard it on the intro, we had a poll question thrown up on our social medias at Mando Talk on both of those. If you missed out on participating in the poll this week,
Catch it next time.
Make sure you follow us, and you will see those polls pop up on that next one.
Yeah.
I believe this is the this is the second time we've done this.
Yeah, second or third.
I think it's this is the second, I believe.
Okay.
Are you,
But
talking, are you talking about?
regardless-
Are you talking about poll or just poll to be on the show?
Poll for the show.
Okay, I was about to say.
Okay,
you guys
yeah.
have done-
Regardless, if
yeah.
you weren't able to participate for this one, make sure you follow us at Mando Talk on both of those so you can be in the next one.
Also, shout out to Twitter. I know Nolan brought it up earlier.
Yep.
Reached
Yeah.
300. Shout out to all the followers. out there.
300.
Appreciate
Yeah, dude,
your
shout out.
support.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. We're always tweeting and having fun, so make sure you check us out there. Now, before we get going, before we reveal the topic that won, I wanted to ask the people here which topic they were hoping was going to win that poll. So we had which reported characters don't need to be in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, or we had which character or topic should get a Disney Plus show. All right, Nolan, of those two in the poll, which one were you hoping would win?
Man, so I was really hoping that we would get to dive into maybe some future Star Wars. So, and not like a Season 2. So I was wanting to talk about which character needs its own Star Wars show / movie.
Yeah.
And so that was the one I was really hoping to, because I had a really good one. I'll save it for another time. But I already had it planned out, like what the movie should be and what it should explain. Oh, it was going to be so good. But no. You guys wanted to see something else, so I guess we'll talk about something else.
Yeah. Okay, BA, which one did you want?
No, and have we announced which one won?
No, but I mean, Nolan just kind of revealed.
Oh,
Okay. Well, yeah.
Darn.
Spoiler alert, we're talking about the first one. But yeah, I know the past couple of weeks we've been talking heavy on the first one, but it's good now that we have, all of the reported ones kind of together and we can just go by one. But I'm also Nolan. I was kind of hoping for the second one just because it's a lot more open-ended. Okay. But excited to talk about either or.
Yeah.
And another thing is, we're very, very bad at predicting things.
Yeah, we are.
We're like 0 for 50.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is going to be fun. And I think, we might get some of them right.
Yeah. So, like Nolan hinted at, topic number 1 won the poll. We are going to be talking about which characters we don't need to be in Season 2. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this disclaimer out there. I know me and Nolan were talking about it. When I say these, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be upset if I see all of these characters in it.
Correct.
I would personally be pumped if every single one of these characters in our list, or all the characters that have been announced for Season 2, actually show up. But for the sake of having fun, I have put some on the back burner saying, I don't necessarily need to see those in Season 2.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
I'm excited about seeing all of them. I just don't want it to be so jam-packed where it's overwhelming watching an episode. Like, I don't want to have a heart attack watching in the episode because it's so exciting.
Yeah.
But I want to be, still excited about it. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't need every single character showing up in one season.
I feel you.
Space it out, cast a broad net, and,
That was one of the allures of Season 1 of The Mandalorian, too. It was more like a western-y
100%.
vibe, slower paced at
Very
times,
much so,
Star Wars. So I know we've discussed it before. If they take the route of putting all these characters in it, it'll probably be a great Star Wars film, but it kind of dips away from what The Mandalorian did in Season 1.
100% agree, and we are about to dive deep into it. So let me go ahead and just list off the possible characters. I know these guys got it on their phone, but listeners, if you don't know these people, I'll just go ahead and read those off. I know Rhea. Listen, Rhea's just kind of showed up 30 minutes ago, and we were like, all right, we're going to throw you on this podcast. He doesn't know much about Star Wars, but that's fine.
Hey, not a lot of people knew a lot about Star Wars before Mandalorian either. So
yeah, like this guy.
Like we have a lot of exactly.
I think
so we have a lot of new Star Wars enthusiasts out here.
Yeah. So we're gonna get an interesting perspective. From
exactly.
them.
Just like with the Darth Maul thing.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're like the only Star Wars podcast out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm like the listeners. I'm their guy. I'll be your guys'
I
champion
think
today,
probably.
Well,
they probably know more.
I don't want
but,
to discredit our listeners.
Right.
I feel like our listeners know a lot about Star Wars.
And I'm sure they know way more than we do too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
okay, so
I'm the other average Joes then.
Let me read off.
I'll say
this
this:
list.
you probably know about the same amount as my wife.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay,
but she
that's
watches
fair.
them.
Yeah, I've watched them.
All right, so here's the list. We got Michael Bihn's Bounty Hunter. We don't know his character name yet.
No.
Ahsoka Tano, Captain Rex, which Captain Rex hasn't really been reported, but anytime you mention Ahsoka Tano, his name kind of gets tagged onto it. So I wanted to just go ahead and throw that one on the list as well.
Yeah, and with Tamara
Morrison. Yeah.
Yeah. That was who they were kind of basing the clone troopers after, his dad.
Yeah.
So it would be cool to see him actually play Captain Rex, a much older version,
sure.
which he is much older now. He's what? That movie come out?
What movie? Attack
Yeah.
of the Clones? Oh, I don't remember. Like
It was
2002, maybe?
2000. No, well,
Late 90s.
98 was
yeah.
Phantom Menace, wasn't it? Or
Right.
97 or 98. And then
It was either 98 or
2003,
99, I think.
2003 was Revenge of the Sith. So it was somewhere in between there.
We
yeah.
might have just got all of those dates wrong.
I think
think
the first
2000
one's actually 99.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure about that one.
Reyes might be right.
I feel good about that.
Okay.
2003, I know, was Revenge of the Sith.
I'm very serious on that one. Yep.
'Cause that's
2000
my favorite movie.
2003?
2003, I think so.
Look that up,
I
man.
hope I'm right
Look
now.
that up. Okay.
Yeah,
So
check
after
this out.
Captain Rex, we got Boba Fett, which that was a huge report. I feel like that broke the internet when that came out. Then we got Bo-Katan, and then we've got this recent one that me and BA discussed alone on this podcast, Cobb Vanth.
I'm wrong.
I know you were wrong. What was it?
2005.
That's what I thought.
What was the first one? Was it 99?
Let's see. Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace, what year did it come out? I'm sure the listeners out there have
Are-
already said it.
are
Like 5 minutes
screaming
ago.
at
they're,
us.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
God, these people are so dumb.
Told you, listeners, I'm with you. It's 99.
Did you figure it out? 99.
That just discredits this whole show that he comes in here and
Reyes.
does
Okay,
this.
so Reyes is our date expert.
Boom. Got you.
All right.
Second
Michael
one.
Bihn's Bounty Hunter, Ahsoka Tano, Captain Rex, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, and Cobb Vanth. And we are going to simply say yes or no to these characters. Okay, but whenever we say yes or no, we need to be able to justify why we believe those characters should or should not be in Season 2. Now, Reyes, again, I know you were just thrown in here. If at any point you're just kind of like, I have no clue, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But
I'll put my
at
input,
any
yeah.
point, just spitball, whatever you got to say.
Yeah, just throw something up there and you
Hope
know.
it sticks.
I mean, if it sticks,
That's
it
what
sticks.
Nolan does
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, if it's a duck, they're going to shoot it down, but whatever.
okay, Michael Bihn's Bounty Hunter is first on our list.
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because I think we're eventually going to see a duel between Din Djarin, which is the Mandalorian, and
Tracking.
another bounty hunter.
Okay.
Like, because he fights bounty hunters all the time, and we see them, you know, with the guild and everything. So I think we're definitely going to have to be introduced to some more bounty characters.
Yeah.
Because he can't be the baddest, you know, the Mando can't be the baddest bounty hunter in the universe. I
Okay.
mean, that would be, and somebody's going to have to be able to compete with him.
Yeah, I feel that.
And that would be a good, I mean, it's Johnny Ringo.
A good running mate. Yeah. Like
Well,
he's-
it would be
yeah.
a good competition.
yeah, a little
For-
duel
yeah.
in there.
Like, you've got to see. Yeah,
I feel
I think it would be a good competition between the two of them.
All right, BA.
You just gonna skip Reyes?
I
Well,
think he's going by like,
I was gonna like
Okay.
Seniority.
let him.
what, and then
Yeah.
Who
you know,
knows what will skip me?
throw me
Like
in there.
I mean, like we mentioned before, I don't know a ton about this character, but as I've looked him up a little bit, I mean, he's got a Western vibe to it, so it fits with
Yeah.
what the Mandalorian's going.
Absolutely.
And to Nolan's point too, I know I've mentioned it before. Like Din Djarin's going to need some bounty hunters that have opposing opinions
Yeah,
to what he does.
he's
Or
going to
maybe-
get bucked eventually.
right. Because we see in season 1, I mean, yeah, he runs into conflict here and there, but he has an easy time taking care of them. So I feel like season
Generally,
2
yes.
will be the time for them to roll out some
Okay.
more worthy competitors.
All right, Ray. So was that
Good
a
way
yes?
to put it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll give it a yes.
Yes.
All right, Reyes.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have a question here. Okay.
All right, sure.
Is there any bounty hunters that don't wear a helmet?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So he would definitely not have to have a helmet.
Yeah.
Right.
He needs no helmet.
Okay.
You know, for his star, because I'm picturing like Tombstone,
Yeah.
and
Johnny
then
Ringo.
him
Yeah.
going off. And maybe throwing a scarf.
Dude.
Or a
Like the
bandana,
Cowboys?
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like a
Have
bandana.
the red sash like
That'd
the
be cool.
Cowboys.
a
Tombstone.
little
That'd be
something.
awesome.
Okay.
But I would say, yeah, it would add little, like these guys said. I watched a little bit of The Mandalorian, so he does pretty much kick butt the whole show.
Yeah.
So it would be good. I mean, for him to have, a threat or at least somebody that, hey, challenges him a little bit. So I agree.
Okay.
Because the few times Din Djarin gets in trouble, Baby Yoda bails him out, and as Baby Yoda,
That's true.
as Baby Yoda gets more powerful, which he assumedly will meet some Jedi's in this season, as he gets stronger, I feel like the adversaries to them have to get stronger. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll see that. In
Okay.
Bounty Hunter.
So we got 3 yeses so far, and I'm going to say yes. I think it's yes as well. The reason why I said yes is because I think it's important to have new characters every season. Again, I mean, we keep going down the list. I believe everyone else in this list are characters we've seen before somewhere else.
Yep.
So I think it's important just as, like, step away from Star Wars, just any TV show, really. Every season that comes out for any TV show out there, you've got to have somebody new at some point.
Yeah, and new characters are always exciting to try to, figure out where they tie in the, Star Wars history. That's always as cool to see where they come from and see, because, that might lead us into new planets. He might say, I come from
Yeah, who knows?
some other, zero planet or something.
Yeah.
So that's always cool.
But yeah, so it looks like, to the question, if we expect or do we think that this character is going to be in season 2 or should be in season 2, we all say
Thumbs up.
yes.
Thumbs up, yes.
Now, we're going to continue going in report order. So the next character that was reported to be in season 2 was Ahsoka Tano.
And who
Let's
was
just
the
go-
actress?
Rosario Dawson.
Dawson.
Yes.
So let's
Okay,
just go in
I
that
can see
same
that.
order
She
again.
fits. Yeah.
Same order again of just saying either yes or no if you think we need this character in season 2, Nolan.
No.
Okay, let's go.
Ooh.
All right,
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
get to it. Let's.
Okay, so I want this to be saved for season 3.
Fair enough.
I want the end of season 2 to be, and I take that back, maybe the last 5 minutes, just kind of like we saw the Darksaber,
Yeah.
in season 1.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that be Ahsoka at the end of season 2. Just have her show up. Maybe Din finally makes it back to the core or wherever, or he gets word that
Ahsoka's there.
Ahsoka is a Force user, and so he tries to find her to have the kid. He's like, well, I don't know what this stuff is.
Yeah. So is that a yes then?
It's a no. I don't want her to be a main character in
Okay.
this season, but I want it to I would love for it to be kind of like the Darksaber, how it just shows up.
So
Ahsoka, boom, into
so
season
kind of
2.
like how at the end of The Force Awakens, Rey reaches the lightsaber out to Luke, and we're left with that cliffhanger.
That's what you're left with. You're left with Ahsoka, and that's it. Boom, into season
I feel
2.
you. And I actually hear in my note, I say that if Ahsoka's in season 2, what I would like to see is what you just said.
Yeah. Great minds think alike, dog.
All right, BA. Yes
Well,
or no?
Well, see, it comes down what you guys' point. It comes down to if we would rather see. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We'd rather see Ahsoka and Captain Rex, or we'd rather see Boba Fett,
Yeah.
but not both, right?
Right.
Because it would be too packed of a season.
God, it would be a lot.
Essentially,
It would be a
yeah.
lot.
For me.
So, I mean, for me, yeah, I'd like to see her in this.
But do we need to see her?
But do we need to see her? I think we do, because I mean, yeah.
Contrasting opinions is a good thing.
Yeah, Baby Yoda was great in season 1, but the cuteness is going to wear off for the diehard Star Wars fans, and they're going to want some kind of character arc to start forming with him.
Okay.
And what better way to do that than with
I
a
get that.
Jedi or ex-Jedi, I guess.
Okay.
Ahsoka Tano.
So
All right.
what if he's trained in the Mandalorian ways as a youngling? And
Baby
he
Yoda?
Well, we don't
and
even
he
know where all
becomes-
them went.
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
All the Mandalorians went. So
Maybe that's their next step, because that was at the end of season 2.
right.
The armor and all that armor, she was going to melt it all down before
Well,
she left.
the armor told Din to bring Yoda back.
Yeah.
Baby
Right.
Yoda.
With his people.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Right. And I feel like if she was going to train him in the Mandalorian way, she wouldn't tell him to go search for something else. She would just be like, hey, follow
But-
us.
She did say you're a clan of 2.
Okay.
So, I mean,
Your
they're-
point?
Well,
like,
that's the Mandalorian way,
That's-
I guess.
you know, this
Gotcha.
is
You
the
see
way.
what I'm saying?
This is the way, I guess. You're waiting for me to say
Yeah, I
it.
was waiting for everybody to say
this is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, so, but like she says, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You need to get him back to his con, but you are now a clan of 2, and the Mudhorn is your signet. So, I mean, I could see it both ways.
Did you get that far in the Mandalorian? Mudhorn?
I think I believe I've watched them all,
Okay.
but
Well,
what I remember is a different thing.
Right.
So, but I do believe.
Well,
Yes,
I
if
didn't
you
wanna-
check my Disney Plus,
I
I'm
didn't-
pretty sure I watched.
I didn't want to spoil it for you because we were getting close to
Yeah.
the last.
Listen,
No, this is all.
No,
like,
that was
like,
the last episode, I
yeah.
think.
Right.
Yeah.
I do remember
Yes,
when
when
he
IG-11 walks
about
out.
the new
It gets
armor and stuff. That
burnt
all
and
sounds familiar.
crisp.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I must
So
self-destruct.
was it a yes
Yeah.
then? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I understand what you're
Reyes-
saying.
I'll
and
be
mine's
different.
kind of like a maybe. Like
Hey, it's Reyes' turn.
Yeah, man.
You had the floor.
he's got the talking Darth.
Yeah. Come on, Darth. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with BA, but my point's a little different. So I remember her from Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, and she was a little rebellious, kind of like Anakin, you
Mhm.
know, as he was with Obi. So to me, I think she'd be like a good like partner. What's his name? The
Din
Djarin.
Djarin.
Yeah,
You can call him the Mandalorian.
yeah,
too.
that's what I'll call him.
Mando.
So I think she'd be a good like partner for Mando, but in the sense of because he's so structured, you know, and Baby Yoda kind of peels that back a little bit.
Yeah.
I think she would kind of show more personality in him as well, you know.
Mhm.
So I think they would kind of coexist good together. But again, I don't know like
Man, dropping
all the ins and
truth.
outs. But I think
That's
that
a
would be
good point. I haven't thought about how
Yeah.
set the Mandalorian is.
Hot take right here. Because, okay, she,
Breaking news.
Ahsoka,
Yeah.
rebelled from her Jedi teachings. She left the Jedi Order. And, you know, we don't get any really clearance or as far as what's happening with her mentally as she goes forward from the end of Clone Wars. But she rebels from the Jedi Order. She leaves the way she's always known because she doesn't think that it's happening right.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it right. Mandalorian, Din Djarin. He's a bounty hunter. He's
Mhm.
got the creed, the code,
Yeah.
the guild. Breaks the code because he doesn't think it's right. Rebels from it.
Mm-hmm.
Runs from it, kind of.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have similar arcs in a way.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, what he said, if you put those two together, because he's more of like the kind of like a low life. Bounty hunters aren't really prestigious, you know, warriors, but they're respected warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And Jedi are kind of more of the honorable warriors. And you put both of them together, I think it would be a really good mixture.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see.
And this is just like my take.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminded me of like Luke and Han together in a way. Just like Luke being like Mando and then Han kind of being like a spin-off kind of like character. But they
Mhm.
bring like different personalities, different aspects to it. But
I feel you.
that's just my, yeah.
So my answer to the general question of if I need Ahsoka in it was no. But it's kind of like Nolan said though. It's kind of conditional.
God, we're gonna have
honestly.
the same one.
It's kind of conditional for me. Like, if the report is indicating that she's throughout the season, I don't really want that, and that's why I'm kind of saying no. The only way that I want Ahsoka in season 2 is if it's like what Nolan said, where she just pops up at the end to tease for season 3. But kind of my argument against her coming back, I was kind of thinking, I kind of want Jedi to just be held off a little bit longer with The Mandalorian. I felt like season 1 was, again, like BA said, we've said on previous episodes, season 1 was such a breath of fresh air where we just got nitty and gritty.
Yeah, you're just getting away from, you know, the Jedi Order and which I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Force and lightsabers and stuff like that. But like you said, still having that setting of it's Star Wars, but it's a Western too.
Right.
But yeah, like
So,
you said,
yeah.
it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I will not be disappointed if she's in it
Yeah.
No.
by any
yeah.
means.
Correct.
But it's just, I would prefer more focus on establishing Din Djarin and his character and Baby Yoda's character rather than bringing in Ahsoka for the entire season.
Yeah, I mean, we just learned Din Djarin's name the second
And
to
saw his
last
face.
episode.
Yeah. When was that? Because I must have not watched that one.
Second to last.
Oh, okay.
Second to last episode.
It was when they removed his helmet, right? Or was it before?
He
It
took
was
his
right
helmet off?
before they moved his. Or they
Yeah, it
took
was
his helmet.
before.
A
Because
robot did.
Moff Gideon.
IG-11.
But do you see his face?
Yeah, you know who
Pedro
he is.
Pascal.
Yeah, you didn't see the last episode.
You know
No,
the-
yeah, I missed this.
You know the Mexican in Narcos,
Yeah,
like the DEA agent.
yeah.
That's
That's
him.
It's him?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Sorry, listeners. I apologize.
All right, so we had, I guess, 2 no's and 2 yeses on that.
Yeah, that's up in the air. So I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody's guesses is towards the end, because towards the end is where mine get a little hairy.
Okay. All right. Next report. Well, okay. This one wasn't reported, but for me, anytime you say Ahsoka Tano, this character is attached with it, and that is Captain Rex. Do we need Captain Rex in season 2? Nolan Ferris shaking his head.
No.
Okay.
And the reason is the same with like, I don't really see Captain Rex being important in the story.
Ooh,
Shoot
another
me if I'm
hot
wrong.
take.
But he's had his arc. He's you know, he's kind of, that character's played out for me. Like, he can't get any better than what I already think of him. So for me to, like, if I fear that if I see more of him, I'm not going to like him as much.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not going to say that I don't want to see him, but I don't want him to have a big role. For me, it's a no. I think he needs to stay with Ahsoka if they are still alive together.
Okay. Fair point. BA.
Mine has to be, I answered the last one, I don't think those two characters are separable at this point.
Right.
Same.
Especially after we just got done seeing the events of the Clone Wars. They seem pretty
Exactly.
one and the same.
Agreed.
So
Another point to this is, how old would he be? I mean, they have an advanced,
Pretty old.
They have an advanced, clones have an advanced growth system, so they age very fast.
Yeah.
And so he's got to be like super duper old, like in his 70s.
He's up there for sure.
So if we do see him, he's going to be like old Ben.
Yeah.
Ben
I can see that.
Like, not Ben Solo, but
Ben Kenobi.
Ben Kenobi,
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm picturing if we do see him.
Reyes.
I'd say yes. I agree with
He's
both
saying
points.
yes.
I agree with both points, though. I mean, if you have Ahsoka, you got to have him. But to me, it wouldn't faze me whether he's in it or not. So
Okay.
not really a memorable character for me.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
All right. So my answer.
he's big in the Clone Wars, so I mean.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I've
he's-
seen
yeah.
him. I've seen him in the Clone
Right,
Wars,
that's what
but for
I'm
me,
saying,
it just
yeah.
wouldn't, like, in this movie, like in these.
I'm trying to protect
this
you. I'm trying to
series, it
protect you
wouldn't-
for the
Right,
diehard
right.
Captain Rex fan.
Right,
Yeah.
he might be important in Clone Wars.
Oh,
I guess,
absolutely.
But like, right, but like in this,
He's only in one
he
of the
wouldn't be
movies.
important
Like,
for
you're
me.
saying for in Mandalorian,
Right.
it's kind of like what Nolan said.
Right, I'm agreeing
You
with
don't
like both
really
of them.
see the point
Yeah.
in him
Right,
being there.
right.
So
I
like,
got you.
He needs to be there for Ahsoka, but it wouldn't be detrimental if he's not
Okay.
to me.
I got you.
militaristic clone troopers. I just don't do
See,
anything for me.
but you liked Quill. Like, that was a character that stuck out in season 1.
Yeah.
Captain Rex would be a perfect, like, not saying he's the same level as Quill, but he brings that sort of wisdom factor. He's been there, kind of done that.
That's fair. It's just
Yeah.
it's like the history of those two
Right.
completely different. Because I mean, Quill was a slave for the Empire.
Right.
I think Rex has probably just been kind of on his own ever since.
Living the high life. Right.
Pretty much.
Living
Yeah.
through war. No, I mean, I get what you're saying, but just to spin
Yeah.
it that way.
God, I didn't
No, I
think about
gotcha.
that. Think about his life, what he's like went through as far as, it being the Republic and everything, and then the Empire takes over, and then the rebellion happens, and then they take back over.
Okay, next
That,
question.
definitely
What
seen it all.
He's
Crap.
All right, so,
rambling.
okay,
Let's get back.
My
Jeez.
answer on Captain Rex, again, I'm agreeing with Nolan, was a no.
Wow, did you
We're
guys,
like right on.
I know.
are you guys sharing notes?
No.
Good thing I
No, no,
showed
no.
I don't
up.
have any
So-
notes.
Okay,
You know me.
so-
I got your back.
Here was my reasoning. If I only think that Ahsoka's role should be, if she's in season 2, would be that she just pops up at the very end, I don't see it logical for Rex to just be sitting right beside her. So,
Him just wandering around the
yeah.
desert.
So I'm kind of like, let's just hold off on Rex if he does pop up.
Yeah.
Would love to see it, but let's hold off. Okay, and the next one broke the internet. Boba Fett.
Bum, 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 bum.
Boba Fett, the legendary bounty hunter, everyone knows. Didn't
Yeah.
really do much in the original trilogy, but he looks awesome. So, all right, Nolan, yes or no?
Definitely a hard yes, because this is the reason. We've already had our teaser. Like the teaser was in season 1 for Boba Fett and his
Mhm.
armor.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's wearing his armor, I know we've heard reports that different things, but
Timothy Oliphant.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, elephant.
so it doesn't we're gonna see him.
Yeah.
We will definitely see him, and I think everybody's gonna have a yes on this one.
Oh
no. But yeah, so we already have our teaser for that.
Yeah.
And I don't think if they capitalize on bringing that character back,
Okay.
because we are literally a year, 5 years after
Jedi, Return of the Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he died or just died in
I was
Return
about
of
to
the
ask.
Jedi.
I'm pretty sure he was dead, right? Doesn't he get
Dead.
fall into the?
Saw that thing.
yeah, he gets
Yeah.
shot and falls in.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
there's a bunch of
But
books
they're
and
saying
stuff
that he
say
doesn't
gets out.
die.
So because Nolan
Okay.
went with yes, I'm gonna go ahead and hop into. My answer was yes again.
Wow, just a format
But
buster.
Ooh.
hold on.
That's what
I
we
have
should
a
do.
completely different reasoning.
Let's hear it.
This is a callback and a shout out back to our listener, Blackjack McAllister.
Blackjack. Oh yeah. we
Remember
saw
his
that.
tweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever he was talking about how it's really important for Star Wars, for the casual fan like Ray is, to distinguish the two between Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Because a lot of people that are just now
Man.
interested into Star
Yes.
Wars, when they look at that armor, they're like, is that Boba Fett?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I saw him in Empire
That's
Strikes
very
Back.
that's very true. Yeah.
So I think, again, it's important not only for the story, like Nolan was talking about, but it's important as far as like marketing and just getting an understanding of the universe better to distinguish between those two.
Man, and see,
Blackjack McAllister, man, we're gonna keep.
you're
using
still
that tweet.
taking us to school, man. Like that is a good point, and it still proves true that because my wife, and I think I talked about this last time we talked about Blackjack,
Yeah.
but my wife specifically asked me if Boba was a Mandalorian when we watched, because we went through and watched the movies as we finished up with season 1 of the Mandalorian, because she was interested in Star Wars then. She didn't think it was such a nerdy thing like she used to when I was just watching.
I feel
But
you.
so definitely a good point to prove
Yeah.
as far as the difference.
But yeah, and even to add what you were saying, like it's important to explain finally if Boba Fett is Mandalorian or not,
Yeah.
and to fully define what Mandalorian is and what Mandalorian isn't, because those two characters are a perfect opportunity to do that.
Correct.
All right, BA, we've got 2 yeses.
So
I think
Go ahead.
I don't think you can debate what we just said.
So your question is, do we think
What
they're
we
going
think
to be?
no.
is it's undebatable.
No. The question for this topic was which
Trying to
reported
brainwash you too,
characters
BA. Don't let it happen.
don't need to be in season 2.
Well, see, do I think Boba Fett's going to be in this season? Yeah, but I feel like he's going to have a lesser role than what you guys think. I think you guys are on.
So you think Ahsoka
You're
Tano is more
crushing me.
important to the show than Boba
well,
Fett?
I think that she's going to be a bigger part. I don't think either of them are going to be the show because
No,
it's the
absolutely.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
right.
I agree with that.
So Ahsoka will have a more involved role than Boba Fett, in my opinion. Boba Fett is still. I feel like we're going to have
Come on now.
we're going to have backstory stuff with Cobb Vanth, which we'll get to that later. He'll be. Does that offend you, Nolan?
He can't even look. Keep going, man.
We'll talk about Grey Jedis in a little bit. Don't worry about it.
I could go forever on that.
No, but like I said, he will be in the season, no doubt about it. Because I mean, they did tease him pretty hard, and
But
season
was that
1.
him that he was teased
I
at?
think it's him.
Okay.
But,
Is it or isn't it?
So do you
but yeah,
need him?
they're going after that target that Din Djarin and the Han Solo wannabe went after on Tatooine. I feel like we'll see Boba Fett glimpses
yeah.
of what that situation is,
Okay.
and kind of flush out that teaser even more.
Okay, so you do think he'll be in it?
I do.
Or not, okay, I think we're starting to lose the question. Not necessarily do we think that the characters will be in it, but do we need the characters in it? Let's remind ourselves of that question. I think those two questions are completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, okay, then he needs to be in it, but we don't need him to be in it. I don't know. I don't even know what the
I
format
want him
is
to be
anymore.
in it. I want him to be in it, and I need him to be in it. Bad.
That's why he bought the shirt, or someone bought him the shirt.
Yeah.
Got it for Christmas from my mother-in-law.
All right, Reyes. He doesn't even know anymore. He's lost.
He's scared he's going to step on his toes.
I'm tracking. Okay.
Boba Fett, you know that guy?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
Boba Fett.
The guy that flies?
But for me, he
They fly now?
He wasn't like a significant like figure for me in the original trilogy.
He didn't do a whole lot.
So I mean, it would be okay.
But do you need him?
But for me, I don't need him.
Okay, so we got to
think-
know. Thank you for answering the question.
I think. I think for me, Mando.
Shots fired.
Not but I think Mando does that role enough for me. Like I don't need another one. Like for
Okay.
me, you know. So
That's fair.
I don't need another
I
Darth Maul.
appreciate you
but
having.
he's unique. Like, you know, there's too similar for me. So you know,
Darth Maul
I
had a brother that
appreciate
looked
you
just
having
like
the
him.
ability to
But-
say either yes or no.
but I wouldn't mind.
BA, I'm just messing with you at this point.
I wouldn't mind if he was like maybe a mentor to
I don't think they'll be mentors.
Mando. I mean, it might be a different take, but if
I
he
think
was like,
the two egos are gonna get in the way.
it could
For
be,
sure.
but if he was like maybe Luke and like the new ones, you know, to
Oof,
you
don't
know.
even-
But anyways, yeah,
Are we talking TLJ or are we talking Rise of Skywalker?
yeah,
'Cause
the
those
Rise of Skywalker, yeah.
are- Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just table
All
that
right.
one.
I believe we were 50-50 on that one again.
Yeah.
BA, I still don't really
Yeah.
know what your answer was.
I don't really know either.
He said I kind of like it, but I don't, and I don't really know what I'm saying.
Okay.
What's new?
We got two more characters. I'll go ahead and kick this one off. Bo-Katan was the next character that was reported to be in season 2, and it's going to be played by the same voice actor for that character.
They look just alike to
Right.
me. Like they look very, very similar.
Okay. So, the question.
Repeat the question again so I know what it is.
Which reported characters don't need to be in season 2 of The Mandalorian?
Well, okay.
You go ahead and answer it before you get
Okay.
Yeah.
Bo-Katan-
While it's fresh on your brain.
Bo-Katan needs to be in this season
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
why?
because we need to see how the Darksaber gets in.
Yes.
Moff
Thank
Gideon's
you.
hand.
Okay, finally a good answer. God,
Short and sweet. Nolan, you're up.
same.
Same.
Wow.
I'm the same.
I want to
Reyes.
see. I don't. Just hold on. Just for me and maybe for some listeners who don't know this guy.
Girl.
Sorry. There we go.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Break down this character for me.
Okay.
I feel like
So-
we've done this for BA a couple weeks
Yep.
back.
Yep. Right there with you, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't get this thing. To
Okay,
stand up.
so Bo-Katan
Face
Oh.
is a Mandalorian. Her sister,
from Mandalore,
you're right.
like
Okay.
a legit Mandalorian.
So she's the truth.
She is
Okay.
a Mandalorian.
Her
okay.
sister was the prime minister of Mandalore. They had different
Okay.
takes. They had different beliefs. So
One
they
of them
kind of
was a
split
pacifist.
ways.
One of them was aggressive.
Bo-Katan joined the Death Watch, which was like an army of Mandalorians, basically,
Okay.
that were all about war. And Bo-Katan is the one that pairs up with Ahsoka during Order 66, which is called the Siege of Mandalore. I know I might be losing you at this point.
Okay. No, this
Um,
was in the Clone Wars.
Right.
Okay.
So she pairs up with Ahsoka.
Okay.
And, okay, so there's this thing. It's called the Darksaber.
Uh-huh.
The Darksaber is
You know what
it's like a lightsaber for the
But
very
dark.
first Mandalorian that was ever a Jedi. His lightsaber was this Darksaber. It's like
So
black.
there was a Mandalorian that was a Jedi.
Right.
And this is his
And
saber.
this Darksaber keeps getting passed down. And the reason why we
so
said
she has it?
it's important for her to be in it is because she did have it, but
Oh.
She was the
then-
last person to have it.
But then Moff
Okay.
Gideon, the new bad guy in The Mandalorian,
Yeah.
somehow got it at the very end of season 1.
Oh, then yeah.
that was
then,
the final shot.
Oh, then yeah, you gotta
So
have
that's
her
why
in
we're
there.
saying we
Yeah.
need Bo-Katan.
So
Yeah.
the final shot of season 1 was a TIE fighter crashes, and then the bad guy cuts his way out
Moff Gideon.
with that saber.
with the dark saber, and then it goes blank. That's it. That's all you see.
Oh
But-
yeah,
and
they're
the reason
definitely. Yeah,
why-
she's crucial then.
the reason why we
Yeah.
think she's crucial is because she had it last
Right.
that we've seen on
Then
screen.
how does he get it?
Right.
Right. yeah.
Exactly.
I'm tracking.
So that's why we're all saying she's
I'm,
essential.
Yeah, I'm a yes.
Of all of the characters in this list,
That's
she's
the most
my
essential.
number one
Yeah.
for
Yes.
me.
Same.
I just found out who
Same.
she is, and I agree completely.
Same. I mean, you
All right,
left
that makes me
open
feel
ended.
better. That makes me feel better.
Same.
Yeah.
Same for
I
me.
got you guys.
And so that's 3 S's for me. Right.
I don't even
Me and
remember
you
what
are
I
on the
was-
same page.
I'm whatever BA is. 'cause
I've got
yeah.
3
We've been on the
yeses
same
and 2
page.
nos.
Ben, Fett, and Bo-Katan.
are the 3 yeses
Are my
for
3 yeses.
me and Nolan. Yes.
Ahsoka
and
and Rex are no's.
Yes.
And now that leads us to our last one.
yes,
Cobb
Vanth.
Vanth.
So do you want to go ahead and take a shot at it?
Sure.
Okay. Yes or no? Do I need to ask you? I'm just kidding.
I got it now. I got it.
Okay. Do you need Cobb Vanth in season 2 of The Mandalorian? Yes or no?
Yes and no.
Oh, boy.
Your opinion doesn't matter now. You
All right,
can't give
next.
both of them.
All right, BA.
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna elaborate.
on yes and
I
no. We'll
see-
be here all night, dude.
No. I see him being in it, but I don't see him playing a significant role. So therefore, I don't need him to be in it. It would be cool to see him, but like he's like a sheriff of town of what is it called?
Freetown.
So
On Tatooine.
yeah, I feel like we're going to see it, and I feel like we're going to see Boba Fett sort of in the same like within 2 episodes. We're going to see both of those characters, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
So therefore, no.
BA.
Yes and no.
We talked a lot about Oliphant last week, but
We
I don't
did.
need to see him.
Okay. Reyes.
Break down this guy for me.
Okay. We don't
Guy, it is a guy.
We don't
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
know a whole
we
lot
don't
about
know
this
a
character.
lot. So it's from this book series called Aftermath. It's after Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
Cobb Vanth is, like Nolan said, a sheriff on Tatooine
Okay.
Now-
So is he? He's just a normal dude.
currently, but I got more to tell
Okay.
you.
Tatooine is also where Boba Fett died.
Right. Right.
Okay, so
And that's
Where Luke's
just
from.
alluding to like what you said earlier. That's where they were looking for that one guy
Mm-hmm.
in the Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
so Jawas.
Just so I'm tracking.
It's where
Ja-
Rey buried the lightsabers too.
I don't know if he's even seen it. Jawas.
Seen what, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the new one.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, it was really.
What did you think
Okay.
about
Oh.
Rey being a Skywalker? Just off
Well,
topic.
I mean, you seen it. You seen it coming, but yeah, that might be one
Well,
of my favorite. Ones that I've
that's a hot
Okay.
take because a lot of
That's
us
fair.
a lot
I
of us-
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really, and again, I've got a lot on my mind right now, but I've watched it.
Yeah.
I'll come back next time and I'll
Yeah.
have a
well,
full
can I-
breakdown
shameless
for you.
plug. Go back and listen to our Rise of Skywalker review.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Boom.
Can
We
I
talk
say
all
one
about
thing
it.
though? Like as you
Yeah.
said that,
Yeah.
I have kind of noticed, at least in my opinion and my observation, the casual fans that don't dig deep into it adore the sequels.
Yeah.
Like the sequel movies are pure entertainment for just like casual viewers.
Yeah.
I agree.
So a lot of people love those 3 movies, and I know
I-
BA is over here giving me like the death stare.
No,
Like,
I
shut
mean-
up, shut up.
I know.
The Force Awakens was great.
But yeah, I mean, I just want to.
Well, I think because and I'm sorry, but we could do away with the first 3. It's just like how I feel. Like
The prequels.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
Well, that's all the time I've got, guys.
I know.
All right, Reyes,
sorry,
you're on your own.
but
now.
but for me, like
Heart broke.
since I guess what is it, Rogue One to these ones,
yeah,
to the new ones, they kind of take it back to the originals in my mind. It gets that vibe going. So
Okay, that's fair.
I like the originals and I guess
The
the
sequels.
sequels better than I did the prequels.
I respect
Definitely.
it. So I was explaining to you.
Yeah.
Cobb
Yeah.
Vanth was.
Anyway,
Okay, so Cobb Vanth's a sheriff.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's
Cobb
just-
Vanth is a sheriff on
Is
Tatooine.
that a third your favorite?
Hey Reyes, I need you
Okay,
right
sorry.
here.
We gotta focus.
Okay, so Jawas sold Mandalorian armor
Uh-huh.
to Cobb Vanth. Now,
Okay.
it's never confirmed inside the book, but a lot of people, because it's Mandalorian armor
Mhm.
on Tatooine,
Mhm.
where Boba Fett died, a lot of people think he bought Boba Fett's armor from the Jawas.
Now is he's not going to be in the armor.
He's not a
though.
Mandalorian.
No, hold up. It
but
was
he can wear the armor.
it was reported. The report said they saw Oliphant in Boba Fett's armor.
Oliphant is the actor.
So
gonna
that's
play this
why
guy.
a lot
That's
of
going to play.
Cobb
Cobb
Vanth.
Vanth, and that's why a
Gotcha.
lot of people believe that Cobb Vanth or Oliphant is playing Cobb Vanth, and that's why a lot of people expect him to be in it.
Got it. Okay.
I can imagine that just confused the heck out of me.
So for me,
It,
He's over here
it
like,
confused me, and I know kind of who
I'll
he is.
answer the
I follow.
question.
I follow.
I'll say.
But we've already
I'll
talked about
say
it.
for me. I mean, does he need to be?
yeah,
I mean, I'll say yes because like as a
Oh.
casual, viewer, I guess,
Yeah.
he does seem important to this series. I mean, I'm just probably for the storyline. So
Okay.
it would help me understand a little bit more about what's going on.
Okay.
I don't know.
I respect it, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I
I
will say
respect your opinion, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
no. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't need it, and
Don't agree with me.
It goes back to what?
Don't agree with me.
What do you mean? Did you say?
I said no.
Oh, it goes back to mine or Blackjack's tweet actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're talking about distinguishing between the Mandalorian and Boba Fett. Well, you throw a whole wrench in there if
Yeah.
you're trying to distinguish between the Mandalorian, Boba Fett, and Cobb Vanth.
Yeah.
Like that's just too much in my opinion.
That's true.
But I will say this though, as far as kind of Nolan earlier saying that character at the end of Chapter 5 teased Boba Fett perfectly, I could see an argument made that it actually teases Cobb Vanth more than Boba Fett. Not saying that that's what I would want, but it makes sense.
Is Cobb Vanth, as far as him taking the or buying supposedly Mandalorian armor, is that canon?
Yes, it's in the Aftermath series.
Okay.
It's just they never say that it's Boba Fett's armor. So we could have Cobb Vanth in Mandalorian armor that doesn't look like Boba Fett's, and we still have Boba Fett show up. That report could
and
just
three
be
people in Mandalorian
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I
And
don't
that's
want
why
it to be
I'm
too
saying
cluttered.
I don't need Cobb Vanth.
Me either. I think
Okay.
that's a good one.
Good. So me and Nolan agreed the whole way through. That's why,
Air high five.
You said no this last one?
Yeah, me and
okay.
me and
Well,
Reyes agreed on all of them except the last
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
except for the last one.
that's fair. Let us know what you think. All of you listeners out there, comment on this YouTube video. Reach out to us on social media, at Mando Talk on Facebook and Twitter. Let us know if you disagree with us.
Yeah, the 6 characters. What do you think? Who do you not need to be in season 2?
Absolutely.
And let us know.
And again, I think I can speak for everyone on the panel. We would love to see every single one of these characters
Eventually.
at some point in
Right.
this show.
Right.
We're just kind of debating, having fun with, do we need them
Now,
in October when
Right.
we see season
Right.
2?
So it is October?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Another thing, appreciate Blackjack again.
Yeah,
Coming in there
I'm going to
clutch
keep
with
using
it.
that tweet as much as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was our main topic. Again, we appreciate every single one of you that voted. Again, if you missed out on that, follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Mando Talk. And now we get to have a lot of fun because Nolan is back and BA is here. So that means we have to do Star Wars Trivia Box. In Star Wars Trivia Box, we question Nolan's knowledge of Star Wars.
I'm going to get them all today.
Now, we have new rules.
Oh,
I briefly talked
Dun,
to him.
dun.
Never mind.
I briefly talked to Nolan before the show. Don't know if he was necessarily listening. So
Probably not. I know I get a skip.
yes. Okay, so he's going to have 7 questions. He's going to have roughly 10 to 15 seconds. I doubt it takes him that long, though, to answer the question. You get
'Cause
one
I'm
skip.
So smart.
You get one skip. So that means you're really just going to be scored on 6 of the questions.
Unless I get them all right.
I mean, yeah, you'll get extra credit.
So I can make it 110.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, he's got one skip. He has 2 multiple choice. So the rest of them are fill in the blank. He's just got to answer it open ended. But if he has 2 questions where he's like, oh, I need help, he can ask for multiple choice. So no longer is he automatically getting multiple choice in all the questions.
I've only got 2.
2. But I will say this though, I made the questions a little bit easier.
Okay, well we're gonna get them.
And then to also maybe give you extra time, you get 2 repeats of the question. So say you're 15 seconds in and you're like, I still have no clue. Repeat.
I get another
Get
15.
another 15 seconds.
All right, who's got the timer? BA, get the
BA,
timer.
you got the timer.
how much does he get? I zoned out on some of them.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. 15
And if
seconds.
I get it, and if I say repeat, I get 2 repeats.
You get 2 repeats.
2 repeats and 2 multiple choice.
Right.
Perfect. I'm fixing to
15
slay
seconds.
this.
And remember, you get 1 skip. If you're like,
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna need it though.
oh, okay. All right, so this
I'll need it
is
on the first one.
this is kind of like our fun way to end the show. We are bringing back Star Wars Trivia Box. So let's do it. First question. And I'm even going to help you out here, and I'm going to tell you what movie it's from.
Okay.
First question is from Revenge of the Sith.
Oh gosh, I better get this right.
How many lightsabers did General Grievous fight Obi-Wan Kenobi with?
4.
That is correct. Nolan is 1 for 1.
Boom.
Number 2.
Another. What does he say? Add this to my collection or something like
You
that.
got to get a whole lot, like, I can't even do it. Yeah. It's like
Okay.
you smoked a pack of cigarettes and then try it.
Second question, again, is from Revenge of the Sith.
Oh.
Who stated, twice the pride, double the fall?
Do, 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 do.
Read off when you got 3 seconds left.
Obi-Wan.
That is incorrect.
3,
Multiple choice.
Too late, man.
No, it's
You
not.
should have said multiple choice before the
Dang.
answer. Twice the pride, double the fall. That answer is Count Dooku. He's talking to Anakin Skywalker
Yeah.
in the
At
battle.
the very
beginning.
beginning.
Man, you should have used
Right.
either a repeat or a skip or something.
That's right before he gets iced.
All right, so 1 for 2. 1 for 2. Third question is Revenge of the Sith. What is the name of the Trade Federation viceroy who meets his demise at the hands of Darth Vader?
What is his name?
What is the name, yes, of the viceroy who was killed by Darth Vader?
Multiple choice.
Okay, pause the timer or restart the timer. A. Lot Dodd. B. Newt Gunray.
That one.
B. Correct. Newt Gunray. So
Yep.
he is 2 for 3.
I'm gonna start the timer again, dude. Give him 30 seconds. What do people make a time?
Okay, so you still have your skip, only 1 multiple choice, and 2 repeats left. Question number 4, Revenge of the Sith. On which planet was General Grievous killed?
He hits that
Oh.
lip smack every time.
I know what the planet looks like. That
I know
helps you.
exactly what it looks like.
That's 3, 2, 1. What's your answer?
Repeat.
Okay.
Crap.
No, repeat. I got you.
It's not going to help me, though.
Well, you still have 1.
Multiple choice.
Okay. So we'll take back that repeat then.
Oh, thank you.
On which planet was General Grievous killed? A. Coruscant. B. Kashyyyk. C. Utapau. D. Maito.
Utapau.
That is correct. Coming in clutch, but you no longer have multiple choice.
So remember about that skip, what I said? I take it back.
So you are 3 for 4. You've still got your 2 repeats, and you've got 1 skip. And we are leaving Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Question number 5 is the Phantom Menace.
Oh, yes.
What color is a Gungan energy field?
This is easy.
It's blue.
That is incorrect. It is purple.
In your defense, I would have said blue too. It looks blue to me.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it is blue.
No,
When it
To
gets
be
hit,
fair-
it turns blue, right?
yes.
Yeah.
To be
Ooh.
fair,
Appealing.
I'm with you, man. I'm
Because it's
with you.
purple when it set it up. And I think when it gets
Right.
hit, it
No,
turns
see-
blue.
right.
Yeah.
In like the original Battlefront, you go to Naboo.
Okay.
That's the planet I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah, and it's blue, right?
It's purple.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe we
appealing
should.
that.
Okay, appeal. Listeners, tell us what you think. Tell
What
us
color
what
is
you
it?
think the color of the Gungan energy field is. Is it purple or is it blue? I said it was purple. BA said it was blue. Nolan said
Yeah,
it
you
was
said
blue.
it was purple. You're looking at the answers, man.
Well, yeah. What do you think it is, Reyes?
To me, it's purple. And then when it
Okay.
gets hit, it turns blue.
Again, we're 2 for
But
2 here.
That's
All right, so 3 for 4. No. 4 for 5. We got 2 questions left.
No, he's missed 2.
Yeah.
3 for
So-
5.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 for
Oh,
5.
sorry, Nolan.
You got 1 skip,
Just sucks.
1 skip, 1 repeat. No, 2 repeats. 1 skip, 2 repeats. The Force Awakens.
Mm-mm.
Han Solo and Chewbacca were hauling what creature on their freighter when they came across Rey and Finn in the Millennium Falcon?
I know what it looks like.
Come on, man. You got to start studying some of these films.
I know it.
Three, two.
Repeat.
one.
All right, last repeat.
I know this.
Han Solo and Chewbacca were hauling what creature on their freighter when they came across Rey and Finn in the Millennium Falcon?
It's like rag moths or something like that. It's
You are close. You still got 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Need an answer.
I
All
can't. I can't.
The
remember.
correct answer is Rathtars.
I knew that.
So he is 3 for 6.
That's half credit.
He is 3 for 6. And
God,
he never used a skip. And we're on our 7th
I told you I
question.
wasn't using it.
All right, fine. 7th question, The Last Jedi. What planet is
let's
known
go.
for its crimson-colored soil? Listeners,
What?
I hope you hit this guy up and you roast
What
him.
is what was the question? Repeat it.
What planet is known for its crimson-colored soil?
Can I answer that with another question? Why wasn't this planet in the movie longer than 10 seconds?
That's fair.
I know the answer, though.
It's the salt planet.
It is the salt planet.
You want to know what the name of it is?
I do.
Your time's up. It was.
All right, BA, what's the answer?
It's Crate.
It is crate.
Crate.
So, since Nolan didn't use a
Crap.
skip, since Nolan
No,
didn't use a
it's
skip,
crate.
we will we'll give him 3 for 6 since he didn't use the skip. 50%. I guess I need to make
Shout
the
out
questions.
Forrest for
I
that
guess-
education.
I guess I need to make the questions even easier. What color lightsaber does Anakin use? Oh, maybe you'll get that one right.
Wait, are we talking about after he's on the dark side or before?
Light side Anakin Skywalker. What is it, Nolan?
Purple.
All right.
Right?
Because I mean, purple and blue are the same, right?
Sure. Okay, 3 for 6. We might give him 4 for 6 because he's upset about the purple or blue. We'll have to look into that one. Listeners, let us know if you think it's purple or blue. What color is the Gungan energy field? That's the big question we're going to
I
leave
think
you
it
with.
is purple now. Now that
I mean, I
about
think it is, but
You
I
don't
don't
have that.
I don't
poster
make
in
the
here.
questions or the answers. So I will say this before we close. Disney Gallery is still going strong. Today, I believe the episode was called Process, and we went behind the scenes in the making of The Mandalorian. It showed Favreau discussing kind of like the process of making the show, and he talks about how he didn't base The Mandalorian off of George Lucas's Star Wars. He based the show off of what George Lucas based Star Wars off of. So I thought that was interesting that he was looking deep into the roots of what actually made Star Wars to begin with. And it also goes deep into drawing and the previs of that show and what they did to make
that
The
is so
Mandalorian.
blue.
Anyway, thank you for listening. BA, thank you for being on.
As always, appreciate you guys having me.
Reyes, thank you for coming in last minute and having fun with us.
Appreciate you having me. It was great.
That's purple. And Nolan, thank you for being on.
Okay. Yeah. It was good to be back. It's good to get back to the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys are ready to send it out?
Yeah, we're ready, man.
All right. We have spoken.